is unbelievable because he has a tunnel vision. He can't see him beforehand. And the idea was nice if he wouldn't have checked the angle, but not a casualty yet. But definitely wounded. The doctor's not nearby. And Hampus is like really inspecting the wait. So how did that just work? And he's gonna rewatch the demo because he has the Molotov as an idea for something in the future. Right now, Letney taken out by Draken. And Esperanto wants to make it through, find a little bit more than that. But the Opera dies. The Serbian is able to get the frag. Molotov will land, but way too late. Grux has to hide himself in the corner. Might just use that position to now find two players that are coming towards the side. And there they come. Doppler needs to check the doors, is now standing quite open, and it would be an easy victim, but he has this tiny gap and makes it work. The smoke will now pop, and the flashbang, it should make Otto a little delayed to enter the site, but there he is, and he whiffs the shot. Disco Doppler was just a steady target. And he can't make the $4,750 rifle work.
I mean, I must say, Valiance seem a little bit off, especially individually. I mean, Esperanto only one frag so far, I think. Same as Otto. Not able to do anything about Red Reserve Draken. Easy frag for him. Letney just walking into his crosshair.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if this is one of those games where we had, like Euronics had, where it's going to turn around at the end of the day. I mean, we're talking about Dust 2, a map where Valiance could probably do a better job on the T side, and a lot of a better job on the T side. It's actually, when you think about it, nearly 40 percentage points better there as a terrorist.
It feels a little bit like Sprout against LDLC on Nuke, where Sprout was really struggling in the beginning, and I mean, crucial players like Fave not performing. For Valiance, it's Esperanto and also the AWP of Otto not really connecting those shots. Now we can see Red Reserve again going for a hit with no long control, but all players ready on A short.
Nautilus moving around, trying to see if he can find anything around the smoke, but I think he has been just identified as a player. He's guarding the ramp position, and Grux will advance a little. He's able to take the Finn out of the game, which means now Nexa, Hunter, and Esperanto will try, but the only thing they will try is to keep those guns alive, to keep those guns in round number 10, as Red Reserve is able to already seize this half as theirs. Although Nexa grabs a few new dog tags, nice to have, doesn't get you anywhere. Next one with another. Nexa dying in the end. Disco Doppler at least finding himself. He has the opportunity to take the majority out of the team. Valiance only bringing 2 rifles in this one, and I mean, you could have the decision to right now eco or low guy go for like this 2K buy, but
I mean, they will probably just maybe buy some pistols, some equipment, and play around those weapons. The interesting thing will be if Esperanto will drop the up for Otto, although Otto, I mean, he could just buy Kevlar. And play the op. And we can see Otto buying a deal at least, and everyone from Valiance buying some pistols, some equipment. So they're forcing around those 2 weapons, and we will still be able to buy in the next round. Oh, and the boost not working out quite well. In the meantime, Red Reserve, as we've seen before, taking a long control. This time no challenge from Valiance. Oh, and look, a long rush. Valiance not really ready. Letney finding a step. Grux with the opening. Nexa now with a nice eagle shot on Grux. Able to even go a little bit passive.
Oh, and this is right now Esperanto making this in a situation where it's the man advantage existing, but Esperanto's taken out by Hampo, so aggressive, jumping off the box. Feeling like he can really do that. Oh, the courage you need for such a peak. The courage he has, but the Hampus has all the support by Disco Doblin. 9-1. Valiance keep on struggling bit by bit. Is Red Reserve coming closer to a quiet, easy victory? And if they just keep it up that way, it might be just a quiet, easy victory.
Yeah, and Red Reserve performing really well, although Draken isn't having this insane performance we were hoping for. It's more of a team situation right now. Everyone participating, getting some frags. And there's still 2 ops left. Now the B hit will come, and Letney is in danger. Only off, no backup from his teammates.
Oh no, and all the bullets coming through like it's rain. When it suddenly makes a sound on your window, but Freddy B not even checking that there's someone who could be able to stand out there.
No.
Oh, and this is nearly the death of his teammate. Hampus could have died in this. Disco and also Hampus got the control. Aspi is falling, Otto is running. But he's not running away, he's running towards the side. He wants this and knows there's a player nearby, but Hampus just finds the frag and secures double digits already. We're in half number 1. 16k onto Disco.
Yeah.
And it's really padding at the Disco right now if the Disco's called us too, because Valiance. The window of opportunity is running away. It's getting smaller.
I mean, if you look at the scoreboard right now, Disco Doppling having a very great game. 16 frags from him, only 3 deaths. On the side of Valiance, we have only Otto with 1 frag. And yeah, I mean, even Esperanto not performing really well. So I don't know, maybe Valiance missing their deathmatch ritual beforehand.
Maybe. Just maybe. But I mean, they were not coming out of any match previously, so it's not like that. And the aggression of Red Reserve, it just works all over again. It is really something. It comes down to individual performance, like from a guy from Disco Doppelin, like a Hampus who just has the courage to jump up on the A side and find an opera and continue to frag. It's really that they're not really showing respect to a team of that caliber.
I mean, so far on the side of Valiance, we have only Nexa doing around 40% of the damage dealt by Valiance. Although they're losing 11-1, he still has an ADR of 111. This time we see Valiance trying to go for the B aggression. Letney with the up, but getting smoked off. Not really finding the opening he was hoping for. And Disco Dopplang applying some more pressure towards the B side. In the meantime, Hampus already on the A side. Oh, this doesn't look too good
No, it doesn't.
for Valiance right now.
Seems like the shutdown is immediate, but shutdown at that point was immediate for Hampus. One of the crucial fraggers dying. Same goes for Draken. Executed by the Serbian in-game leader, but there are just 40 more seconds to get that C4 diffused. But Letney continues. Disco Doppelin and Grux are together on just 154 points of health. And might Disco Doppelin have the wrong kind of timing. Starts things good. down to 30 HP. There is actually a kit both onto Letny and Nexa, but it's taken away, and the time is not their friend at that point. So Disco Doppelin tries to play it safe, has to take a look on short, and there comes number 2 for Valiance.
Yeah, they should still make it. Yeah, Letny has a kit.
Close one though.
Yeah, but perfectly timed. I mean, Letny has the perfect timing coming from short, waiting his time until his teammates arrived. It's the second round at least for Valiance right now, but still, I mean, my only hope is that Valiance will play a way better T side. But I at least need 2 more rounds if they want to have any chance. Oh, and Letny.
Nate, that's brutal. I mean, this would be the worst right now for the economy. It right now comes down to Hunter to, well, decimate Red Reserve attacking the B side, but as they're still continuing to attacking the B side in that kind of manner, it doesn't seem like that will work in just a few seconds. It didn't even take long. They were just directly making the move, hopping onto the bomb site, and securing themselves nothing else. And at 12th, Valiance will still seize at least tunnels and the section in front of B. They want to go for the aggression, and Nexa might hit the right timing on one of his opponents. Does exactly hit the right timing. Freddy B was blind. Gruxto standing behind the stones finds himself too. Hampish finished the case. Red Reserve shut down Valiance in not only the way that they're getting themselves another round. Their accountant is definitely unhappy with that one as well.
It doesn't look too good for them right now. I mean, Otto only on a scout, Hunter the only one with a proper rifle in his hands. And even Draking fighting Otto with the Doomhammer. But maybe Nexa will be able to capitalize on both players not really keeping track of what's happening right now. Hempus not even looking up the middle. He's missing Nexa right now. Oh, and this could be crucial. Nexa finding at least one, but he won't be... Yeah, he won't be just expecting Hempus already on A short. In the meantime, A control gained already. And this looks like Red Reserve will take this in just a few seconds.
And as a frag happens, at least from Hunter, it's not fully over yet, but it's close to that. The half should belong to Red Reserve in a manner that looks 13-12. If Disco Doppelin, Freddy B, and Grux stay disciplined, well, it's Disco Doppelin just doing one taps. This is not even a respected anymore.
Yeah.
He bought the broken AK, the cheap one, where he just can shoot one bullet at a time. It doesn't matter. Disco Doppelin can use any gun in this situation, bringing this team a tremendous advantage of 11 rounds.
Yeah, Otto still only 2 frags, Esperanto only 3 frags. That's normally not something you're used to seeing.
That's my jam. That's probably right now. This is right now really the rhythm of Red Reserve going in this, right? This is our track. 7.00 are the odds for Valiance. And I'm honestly not surprised, Unicorn, with those live odds here for map number 1. They don't look phenomenal. Red Reserve makes Valiance even have better odds. But, well, their odds are not... The odds are against them when it comes down to winning.
Yeah, Hempus already in T-spawn after only 50 seconds they were alive. And I think they won't be expecting Hempus so far up the middle. Crooks even, but missing the plan lower dungeon. The question is, where is Hempus right now? He's still in the T-spawn, and the bomb is going towards A.
They left a lot of room open there with that. I mean, they got a lot of information, but instead they're not really sending players over.
Yeah.
Freddy has the first bit of information, can't connect a single shot. One stays towards car. Let's see, 4 should be down in a second, but Draken continues his fragging, gets himself at least a Letny, makes this team now have 2 players more on this battlefield. Otto with a beautiful shot on Hampus. Laspi continues. Otto does the exact same. But they know there's a player behind Car, and that's going to be Hunter. Right now, though, Disco Doppler running out of bullets, quickly going for the reload. Tries to find any more in this, and now he needs to be the hero, but Otto with 4. He keeps Valiance a little bit alive here, and there you have it once more. Sees just a bit of the weird cooking head of those CTs. And connects them to another one. As the P250 is not really that sort of long-range pistol.
I mean, Otto just got 4 kills, if I'm not mistaken. So he has already more than doubled his total frags after this round. And look, Red Reserve going for a force buy, of course. I mean, they're so way up in the lead. They can risk anything right now. Ready B, but not so lucky with his play. You can even see a B push happening. I'm not sure if he missed Disco Doppler, and he could get the right timing.
The idea about this is great, as they're forcing them to the A side, where mostly the better guns are standing at right now, technically speaking. A Draken who now tries his best with the Scout. Disco Doppler, real shot into Hunter. There's a bit of first track movie kind of material, but it's not enough. It's going to be Draken, who could be the last one to save things to get the Scout into the next one. His steps have been heard. And the Deagle. Oh. Let me. Don't want to die right now. Draken has a very good opportunity in finding that shot. 2 players wounded, by the way, on Valiance. So, getting kills right now wouldn't be that impossible.
Here we can see Latin not really challenging Drake right now. As you said, only 1 scouted away from dying. And there's no need to hunt Draken for the scout.
Just let him keep it.
Yeah.
I think always when you walk around with a Scout zoomed in, just walk normal speed, it feels like you're in a roller coaster. You're so fast and everything looks so different in the television, it's like a roller coaster. You discover new places in the map. Like Draken, he finds new places to put his bullets in. It seems like the decision has been made that the SG is a real good gun. And Cini right now cheering for adding more SG 553s. And
Yep.
I just read the statistics this morning of the United Masters League and the usage of guns. The 5th most used gun is the AUG, which is actually, and the SG doesn't even appear, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
But I mean, probably it's the AUG on the 5th place because LDLC have 3 players or 4 players playing the AUG.
Maybe that will shift from time to time. We'll keep you updated on social media. The UML, on Twitter, on Twitch, both platforms. We will always be informed when we're live, what games, sickest clips, weirdest things. Donna once more giving a meal to us. Poor Cassus being fed by the host.
Valiance, they have no A long control so far. They're really waiting for Red Reserve to fall back on the A side. And we can see they're hitting the right timing. The smoke also perfectly from Grooks. Now we can see Valiance not really committing too long. They're thinking about it, going for the smoke. Otto could flash them both out. But I think they will just wait till the smoke fades. And then it's all to Grooks. He's alone on A long. No backup from any teammate. So he will be important in this round, as Valiants are trying to come from both sides.
And Grooks will right now be the individual to hold up a few players in case he's able to. The angle a little bit off, not even connect onto the first. That was the shot he needed to do. Draken is in a tricky situation as he tries to avoid it. He's able to, but he burns away. Wants to go back on the site. Unfortunate ending for his story though. It's him being dead, and Freddy is running out of bullets. Means Disco needs to seize the deal. 23 on 8. Bomb knocked down. It's gonna be enough for Otto. And he gets the cross mollo. Oh, and Disco, he's in the Cookly mode, I think.
Yeah.
He definitely is in the Kukli mode right now. Wants to go for the jump. Sees the player. He thought like he could do that. Now has the USPS out in his hands and is going to move to ramp. Still stays alive. Could find Otto. Depends on the peak and he finds it. What a shot from Disco. Elevates himself up on the railing there on the A side spot. First thinks, yeah, maybe I'm Kukli. Realize, oh wait, I got a Swedish passport. And then just goes for accuracy. And take a look at it. Goes on the edge, a little bit over the box. And the bullet landed somewhere in the wood.
Yeah.
Of Otto. Centimeters away from his chest or head.
But also just amazing pre-aim from Disco Doppler. He barely needed to adjust his crosshair
Yeah.
when standing up. Yeah, important round for Reserve to close out this match. But Valiance still able to buy once more. Otto will challenge Draken again.
This was like trading
Yeah.
smokes. First their face, then back, then back. It's like playing snooker.
Yeah, that's a long control for you.
Who wants it? Who's interested in it? Who didn't have it yet? And Grux changing his position again after he had a few flaws in his setup previous. Couldn't find Nexa in his Accletides there, as they were trying to take the control, and they did that successfully. And I mean, Disco, he's the savior. Maybe he's the son of ABBA, of one of those ABBA members. Disco Doppler.
Maybe.
They used to be the kings of disco. Right now it's Doppler, who creates a lot of panic and makes Valiance descend in mayhem.
Drake waiting for his chance. The full-on A execute from A short. There's only Draken at the car position, holding the A side right now. Oh, perfect timed Molotov. Those seconds are crucial right now for Valiance.
Thing is though, how good can they hold it off? Drake needs to make the shots count. And Letney, I'm not quite sure if that was the guy mid-air, but I think it was Esperanto who was actually falling down to his left-hand side. Hampus nearly sees his opponent, but they can still try to make that work. Grux is back on the side. His shots are not the best ones today.
The time?
It works. For Red, what works for Red Reserve?
Yep. They didn't get the bomb plant in time. Ah, that's devastating for Valiance right now.
No, they had a beautiful take on it. And it looked like the 4-second marker was still on, but it's not enough. Red Reserve with 15-5 in Valiance. Coming in with 2 pistols. Will the books be closed? Right here. Well, Otto.
Okay. That's one way to open the B side.
Finish master proper. Knows how to clean it all. B side belongs to Valiance. Seems like the retake that will now be initiated still would hurt their economy a lot. Next up. Starts things good, and this is the way you take control. Can't find himself anything more, but retaking the side right now wouldn't be the most reasonable thing with just the money they have left in the pocket.
Yeah, we can see them going for a save right now. And Valiant still in it, although with way worse odds than before. I mean, if they want to come back, it's they can't allow themselves any mistakes now. Red Reserve already 15 rounds in their hands. They're still going for the hunt, although they don't have that much money themselves.
Probably want to feel a little bit more comfortable. Grux with a very odd positioning. It's at least Hunter getting him, and Draken stays back in his corner. So that's going to be a force, very obviously. From the force, we're going into an eco. From an eco, we go in a okay buy round. So Valiance can still build up a lot of momentum for themselves right now.
Yeah, I mean, Otto also doing major damage right now. I mean, if you remember, he only had 2 frags on the whole CD side. Now already 13 frags for him. Opening up the B side last round. Only Esperanto missing for Valiance. Although he's starting to come back slowly.
Trying to make those deagle shots count through the wood. bomb still didn't make its move on the site yet. There's the rifle of Draken dealing a good bit of damage onto Latin. The nade is not successful enough, and he was just banged through the smoke.
Yeah.
Laser guided bullets. Okay, next idea for 16,000.
Yeah. Let me hear it.
I want a grenade that elevates in the air, it floats in the air, and you have like a tablet, and you can control it for like 10 seconds, and it flies to the direction you want to go to. But it can be shot mid-air, so it explodes mid-air and not directly in your face. But it's a typical HE. It's a normal damage, and it costs $4,000.
That seems fair. How about I would add a bazooka for 16k. Only one rocket.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess isn't it like an off basically with just an explosion radius? Isn't it like imagine it would be like the AWP shooting grenades that pop on impact. That's the same.
Yeah, but it's 16k and you have some radius when it explodes. So
it's like shooting a grenade.
Yeah, but the damage would be like of 3 or 4 grenades at the same time. I mean, 16k. It's
okay, I get you. So you can basically use a bazooka here on long, shoot it in the middle of the players, and it would kill all of them.
Yeah, I think we'll see a CS:GO update soon.
Oh yeah, or what would also be a great idea would be a revolver, doing one shots.
Yeah, one shot body shots.
I heard that's a really creative idea. Why didn't they think about that yet?
Yeah, they only got the revolver doing around 80 HP. Body shots, then that's way too less.
So I know. Well, Hampus doing more than enough in that round number 23. Valiance still getting that one down. Freddy. There's no kid as far as I know, so he couldn't even ninja if he'd liked to, but he still tries to pop some heads. Oh, he can't connect onto Aspiranto. He goes into safe mode, which only shoots semi-automatically. It's time to close it out for Valiance. It's time to seal the deal. One more they need, and then they're good to go.
Yeah, Valiance right now, the perfect A-long spawn. They will probably just go for the long control. You can see the players already heading towards long. There's Draken with his AWP, finding Hunter.
It's a great entry, but someone is coming close by. That's Esperanto. Oh no, could have found more than that. It looked quite dangerous at that point in time. But it's not enough in the end. And Letney, Nexa, and Otto seem to be lost in this. Freddy with a beautiful performance. Letney's known. He needs to find free. Not the most frag-heavy player there at Valiance. Don't call it off yet. But Grux pumps some 7.62mm ammunition and the end of the IGL. This was our map number 1. This was Dust 2 going in favor of Red Reserve, actually. Even better than they played yesterday against Tavu.
Way better than I mean, we both didn't expect Red Reserve to be so dominant on Dust 2. Yeah. Especially on Dust 2. And yeah, I think it's just Valiance finding way too late into the game. Only Nexa hitting his shots on the first half. Otto only 2 frags. Esperanto only, I think, 1 or 3 frags in the first half. That's not enough. I think Valiance was missing a good start, and after that they started to come back slowly. So I hope for a second map we will see a way stronger Valiance.
Well, what happened there on the first map and how our second map will go, we'll let you know just after the break. Don't forget to check social media to find out more, and we'll just be right back with Valiance versus Red Reserve. It is Valiance falling short. Sad story for the team as they were looking brilliant against Wendigo just 2 days ago. First match day, first match, and already showed us what UML is capable of bringing to the table. And right now, this just happened. And that was really weird.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Valiance individually underperforming, especially Otto and Esperanto. On the side of Red Reserve, we saw especially, I would say, Disco Dublin having a great...
Oh, yes.
Both halves, he had an amazing impact. Draken made also some impact frags, but especially Disco Dublin really carrying Red Reserve. And yeah, and I don't know, it seems like Valiance didn't really find any foot into the match.
What I found so great about this, or not it's the wrong term, I think that Hampus delivered us a bit of showing how much aggression this guy can carry.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few scenarios where he was playing against Ops on the A sides, where he was just totally aggressive directly in their face. What I find so sad, and this is what I want to see, how will Cash go for Esperanto? Because he has not been performing at all. And the aggression comes in from Valiance. They're the terrorists. Coming in with a good bit of utility. Oh, how fast did Hampus just get there in the middle?
Yeah, Hampus really continuing this aggression on Cash. What I like so far, Valiance, just waiting. It seems like they watched some demos for Red Reserve, and Red Reserve may be known for some aggressive pushes in the pistol round. And look, Just Hunter playing passively middle, spotting if anyone is getting close mid. We have some players just guarding Squeaky, guarding main. Bomb still thrown down. They're just waiting to see what Red Reserve are playing right now. Now they're picking up the bomb. We can see all gathering to the A side. They got 2 smokes, probably smoking off short, maybe even quad or heaven, and 1 Molotov for his side. I guess this is going to be an A explode.
There they come. All the utility thrown down. This is Freddy B starting off beautiful, taking out Otto. The players are coming closer. He can even flick there onto let me make it another one, but I think it was Hampus actually getting that. And it was. Looked like it was the frag belonging to Freddy. Yeah. Got stolen by his teammates. Not a real mate. How do you react if someone steals your frag, Zini?
I think it will get very loud in TeamSpeak. Although, he got the frag. It was his flag.
Was it his flag?
Yeah.
You gonna deny him Snetker for a week? No
at least for 1 week.
No Snetker for a week.
Only maybe some small Snetkers past their due date.
Yeah, I ate a Schnetker 1 week ago. Also with a little bit of mustard. It was really good. It was a really good Schnetker. It was a little bit of a thinner Schnetker. With a little bit of basil on it as well. It was great. I think I ate that somewhere in central of Berlin. So great Schnetker store there.
Yeah, I think the place is called Tricked.
Trickerei.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, Valiance in the meantime, 1 full eco. They didn't plant a bump. So I suppose they won't have enough money for Otto to buy the op. Nope, no money for Otto. And Grook's hoping to find something with his SMG, farming some money. I mean, Cash, I think, could be a map where Esperanto will shine again, like a diamond.
I'm not hopping on that train. We had that already in the cast. I give you the points, really, for trying, but not gonna work. Same here with this Godoblin. He's showing their opponent it's not gonna work and finds 4. That's so much money he's just getting out of this.
Yep.
2,400, and this Godoblin is a Counter-Strike millionaire. With 6,000, you could buy whatever he wanted to buy. But they're probably gonna take this as a bonus round.
Yeah, he probably just could go to any club he wants, into any disco, and make it rain. We see a fast main control, not really working out that well. Valiance with the entry, and maybe even speeding up towards the A side, especially now Nexa finding another frag onto yellow. But there's still 2 more players on the A side, even the third thinking about rotating.
Oh, there comes Grox. Beautiful one onto Esperanto, can continue. This is the UMP. The accuracy of this gun is just abysmally good. Nexon 17, though. His health bar is definitely not his friend at the moment, but he peeks around the smoke. No chance. There it goes. Number 1 for Valiance, but Red Reserve got the money.
And we already see you up on Draken, although it's only a glass cannon. And let's see, Draken will be playing on the B side, I think. Yeah, so far Red Reserve not really contesting in the middle. We see it's a free mid control from Valiance, even using up some smokes and molotovs. So normally what I like to do is when you leave mid open to have an op on the A side, aiming down highway, having the first contact, but we can see Valiance just waiting. They're hoping that Red Reserve will react on the mid take and maybe retake middle in the right time. And maybe the time has come. Hampus getting maybe flashed in soon.
Timing. He's looking at his watch and it might be just the right moment to do so. Our support flash was perfect. This is exactly how you want to coordinate it, but at the same time, Hunter is at least there to refract, but time is running low here for the aggressors. It's Nexa who's waiting in front of Squeaky, and maybe Disco Doppelin as well as teammate Freddy. A-side might feel a little bit too much like home. Too safe. Too good, but 2 players now make it free. Coming over Squeaky. There's no Molotov to block them off, so pure accuracy. Hunter looking a final time into his Serbian brother's face. Let's go for this. And they will. Player on highway arriving. Beautiful thing that's happening, but the players are far away from the site. Freddy B is going to be the first one to arrive. Not quite sure if he's going to expect Otto to be close by. It could be just a safe coming in. Support flash is nice. It's helping Otto for the moment, but he's staying away. Freddy's keeping his gun. Same for Draken. Same for Grux. 4 rifles brought into the following round, and this will mean that the majority of Red Reserve will still be able to come up with a few good weapons again.
And what was interesting, we saw Valiance with 3 people just sprinting out of Squeaky. Normally you would maybe just play 2 Squeaky or even just 1 Squeaky and put some players towards main. But it seems like Valiance have a pretty nice read on Red Reserve right now. I mean, especially if you saw how long Valiance waited for those pop flash in the middle. You saw Hunter still waiting in the end on boost for Red Reserve to retake the middle. So I guess both teams maybe know each other's playstyle on this map. And now we have a little timeout. Probably on the side of Red Reserve. They have 3 weapons left. They could force around them. I mean, if they lose this round, Draken won't be able to buy anything. Maybe an SMG. So the question is, will they just go in? Will they buy whatever they can? Or will they just try their best with only these 3 weapons? And then do maybe 1 more eco, if they lose it.
DJ, turn the music up in this place.
Where's my Disco Doppler at?
There it goes. That's what I wanted to hear. I'm driving in my pickup truck over the States there. On my highway road, 60 miles per hour only. 60 miles per hour only, not much more allowed, you know. Don't go too fast. Logically, take care about the environment. Diesels are hurting, but I drive a Chevy truck, so
yeah.
Only 15 gallons per meter. It's okay. It's fine. And I'm listening to the song. That's my alter ego living in the States. And he's called Cordy Jefferson. Howdy. Welcome to the United Masters League. Today it's some European countries playing against each other. Europe is a country, right? Sorry.
Yeah, so any hate mail at Twitter at Zesht. Feel free.
Sorry. That was just art.
Yeah.
Sort of. Sort of. But so far. Don't forget though, more of the alter ego from the States, more Counter-Strike action only at the United Masters League on a daily basis every weekday, Monday to Friday. Great Counter-Strike. Valiance, Red Reserve, Ego, we haven't seen this week, Wendigo, and much, much more to come. Monday to Friday, you'll see the face of the lovely Excuser and me. And you're going to hear the voices, obviously, as well. Is that already assault? Can you get a restraining order for doing that? What? For doing that sound?
What sound was just some love,
Right, but that's...
some brotherly love, some
What do you assume everyone is a brother on stream?
yeah. You're not my friend. You're my brother, my friend.
Excuse the biceps. The thing is,
Soon,
he's
soon.
yeah, soon.
Coming soon.
Every day, he's like, my arm hurts. I've been to the gym. I opened up my backpack, my arm hurts. And then he's like, he's trying to do weightlifting and everything, and our producer's already telling him stretch, but he's like, no, that's only cowards stretch. Did you ever see Arnold Schwarzenegger stretch? I didn't.
No.
I didn't see any video. I saw him only weightlifting. Did I see him stretch ever? No. And if you actually know a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger stretching, send it to us. Hashtag UML on Twitter to get in touch with us. I'm looking if anyone was actually fast enough to send us a stretching video. I don't think so. But maybe someone of you is just sitting at his home and is like, this is the moment I've been preparing for my entire life.
All my Arnold Schwarzenegger trivia now coming into place.
Maybe he was actually not only Mr. Universe, but Mr. Stretchiverse.
Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? The king of stretching. Anyway. Round number 5. Let's see if everyone on Valiance and Red Reserve stretch their fingers to be ready to give a few nice shots to us. Only Draken on the AWP on the side of Red Reserve and Valiance are preparing for a very fast A-hit.
The good thing is we already see Freddy B being boosted on Shroud. So if Valiance doesn't check this position. They also have full control of Squeaky. This round could be perfect for Red Reserve. Both weapons they have saved, or two of those weapons, are on the A side right now. And especially Freddy B with the boost. Maybe able to get 2, and I don't think they won't. They will expect Drake with the op in Squeaky right now. And I think they don't even have anyone in Squeaky. The only problem right now, we can see Drake moving forward, trying to find his first pick, but there's 2 players left.
No.
The pop flash perfectly.
So unfortunate for him.
Come on,
It was
Freddy.
the flashman and only decimated his position, but right now it's Freddy B. When he waits, he's so patient. The time was nearly taken away, and that's unfortunate. He could have done it a little earlier, but there's a timer running away at one point, and players might check your position. Grok's taken out. Hampus will try his best, as he only got himself nothing else, just the USPS, but Valiance will take the lead in this. Red Reserve can't come out of this round with too much, but they got the bye coming up.
I'm just not sure why they let this Goduplan go first with his pistol. I would have loved to seen Drake go first with the op, finding the entry, and then maybe this Goduplan just backing him up as good as he can. This way around, I mean, they were just ready for Draken, as we saw. And now he gets a fast main control. No B presence at all from Valiance. They seem really to be focusing on A right now. And I mean, probably only a question of time till Red Reserve adapt to this style of play. maybe start pushing B with Knob.
You know, what we're seeing is that they might just utilize this A-side aggression as long as they can until Red Reserve is finding any kind of medicine against the flu that is spreading. And, well, as I just say it, out of nowhere, frags are happening left, right, and center. Letney is trying to get the C4 down, successful with that move. He's just passing him. He's on his bicycle going around him, shooting and shooting and shooting. And he's so fast, not even checking left and right. This is the first thing you learn in driving school. Right before left.
And also, if you try to cross the A side, maybe look to the left, look to the right. Be sure no one is waiting around the corner. And I really liked how he just went for it. He didn't even stop shooting after he saw there was no one on his side. He still kept
confidence.
shooting. Yeah.
This is confidence. Left yields to right. Doesn't work on the A side, at least for one of the players of Red Reserve. Let's see if an A-side aggression is opposite again. Because right now, Red Reserve was very apathetic about it. Esperanto, though, the man who barely performed on the previous map, right now starts things off in favor of his team. Grux taken out. B-side a little more vulnerable now.
And that's what I just meant. I mean, normally Valiance didn't put any player in front of B, so probably Red Reserve heard again the A aggression and just went for the B pick. But this time Esperanto is still waiting on B side. I mean, the bomb looks like it's going to be heading towards A side. Otto finding Disco Dublin, a little bit sloppy from him. And that's going to be the A hit. And Esperanto is still lurking.
And 40B's height advantage might be crucial in this. Starts things off nearly as good as he wanted. That is Hampus with a nice tap, but a nice tap is not enough. And there it goes. I mean, this might be the back and forth here in Cash. I mean, when we take a look at our papers, it's just basically a map that so far this Valiance roster has been unbeaten at, and is just performing quite great.
Yeah.
When it just comes down to the T side. When we take a look at the bigger picture, how they performed previously, when they mainly have been just a Southeast European team, I mean, Cash worked out for them in that sense, that you see them having played 14 times in the past 3 months, and still winning 9 out of it. And ouch. You might need a new headhunter.
Yeah, I mean, a very expensive round for Valiance, especially if you take a look at their money right now. I mean, they have still some money left, but it's not perfect. I mean, Red Reserve went in with a full eco, maybe only some P250s, and they still got 3 frags, 1 op, 1 AK. So, yeah.
Think about it in the long run, though. Red Reserve is going to keep these guns, and with keeping those guns, you really allow Draken and Disco Doblin. Sure, Draken is going to get a gun dropped, right? He's gonna get the AWP from Freddy.
Yep.
That's the first thing. Just initially, the amount of rounds they have lost by now in a continuous way is allowing themselves to right now, well, get themselves at least a tiny losing bonus in the follow-up.
Yeah.
So there will be right now a situation where you see 6,100 in Disco Doblin, a Grux who's able to buy for himself, a Hampus who's able to buy for himself, a Disco Doblin who's able to buy for himself, and one player who can actually keep something back in the piggy bank.
Yeah.
So this might even have long-term consequences.
They're even playing the double up on Disco Dublin and on Draken. So maybe mixing it up a little bit. Hampus playing close mid this round.
Done in the first one as well, where he peeked
you're right.
aggressively in the middle.
Oh, Otto, perfect angle on Draken. He didn't even see him. And now they're really speeding it up. Perfect time from Hampus. But the Molotov still is coming in. He needs to evacuate in the middle. Only one B-side player left. And great Molotov from Grux to buy his teammates time to rotate towards the B-side.
He gives himself the option to also move around the side very much with that. So keeps Esperanto away. A Molotov a day. That comes down to Esperanto. Checks the right side of the bomb side first of all. A little too close to the wall and hugs it. Grux, sweet, finds the frag he was looking for. Bringing Valiance in a situation where only 3 of them are left on the battlefield. 60 seconds are left. And Disco Doblin whiffing such a crucial shot. The man who has done a perfect performance back there on Dust right now, making a tiny mistake that might just cost them the round. Freddy doesn't see a thing. Players already arriving on the A site. As the C4 is planted. That's the start of the retake sequence. They know one player is quad. Imagine one is main. As they saw the shots, means one of them has to be quad. But they're so hesitant about this. They are allowed to be hesitant as they've got actually a kill on every single individual. And there's suddenly a player moving out of main, not even checking. That's Lightning with 2, Lightning even with a 3rd. Taking out one after another. Double amount of rounds right now on the board for Valiance.
Yeah, it's looking way better for them than on Dust 2. I mean, we must keep in mind, Valiance is a team that normally wins more rounds on the T side. But on the other hand, Red Reserve on both sides nearly doing the same 50-50 percentage win rate on the TNCT side. And this time it's a Deagle Echo, but we know those Swedes can be dangerous.
Swedish Deagles. As lethal as they can get. Tool made by the Counter-Strike gods. Only for players with the yellow and blue on the flag.
I think even it's in their contracts from Red Reserve. If they do a eco and they don't buy a Deagle, instead they buy a CZ, they normally,
benched.
I think, yeah, they're benched.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
$50 more seconds. ODB. Swedish Deagle grabbing himself a free AK, and if Hampus wins this duel, I wouldn't even be surprised, but this allows right now the Flashbang Auto to move a little bit away from the line of fire. 7 bullets in the max. 7 kills, 7 deaths. Hampus is living the Deagle life and talking about it. He could just directly grab that AK and run away with it. And he needs to be fast if he wants to do it.
Yep.
But he doesn't. Rather stays away from the blast radius, hopes that the rifle's going to be kicked over in his direction. He's just waiting. And there it comes. On my mark. And on his mark, the AK is gone. I mean, if a blast radius goes in a radial kind of direction like this, it must have went to the right.
Probably. Yeah, the tree, yeah.
Hurting the environment. But at least, you know, I got good information from our great producer. He told me that Arnold Schwarzenegger actually only had that great chest development, those massive muscles on his chest, due to an emphasized part of chest stretching.
Ah.
So, Sini, if you want to get those,
those muscles.
Those muscles.
Yeah.
The bread. You wanna
the
get
muscle bread.
the muscle bread. You need to hustle.
So not only do I need some good old runtime shakes and protein bars, I also need to stretch my chest.
Yes.
Yeah, priority is a beautiful thing.
Say again?
Priorities.
Priorities.
Are a beautiful thing.
I got my priorities set. And it seems like this Godopling got his priorities set. Get on the left side of main instantly. Makes that work, but Hunter finds too many. Comes only down to William Sundin. At least is able to find one, but the team of Red Reserve is only down to those 2 players. Grox and Hampus might just do it, but Hampus positioning, I'm not quite sure how he stands there. It's Might getting a problem with Highway. I'm not quite sure how it's smoke around, but he's playing around the smokes, dancing just around it, finds the first. The bomb is down anyway, but there's a forklift player, and Grox is not really helpful at the moment. Might just pass around, and Grox doesn't stand a chance against an Esperanto, especially when you're blinded. This is the half belonging right now to Valiance. Coming at you again.
And we can see, taking a look at the money from Valiance, they're not really losing so many players. while winning those rounds. It's again an eco for Red Reserve. They really focused on their main control. You know, of both sides, we saw it's the second time Red Reserve just tried with 3 people taking aggressive main control and Valiance being ready for it. So I'm pretty sure convinced that Valiance is sure how Red Reserve plays, because normally you wouldn't put so many resources into a main control on the T side.
The reoccurring theme of a $700 sidearm becoming a tool to kill people.
Oh, and Freddy B, perfect timing.
Let me down to 66, Hunter on 0. Oh, look how they just do damage. They just do damage here and here, and sometimes they might even find something with it. Switching over guns. Shotgun Law at its finest. And now they're all coming towards the A side. And Red Reserve is exactly ready for that. They nearly line up. There are a few more shots coming at him. No one waiting on highway. Let me... His head is brought into another dimension with this. Only Deagles didn't violate the terms of the contract.
Yeah.
Deagle only eco, win it. Check.
Yeah, this time Valiance getting punished for not playing a very broad default. They had no one guarding middle, no one guarding B, I think. All focused again on A control. This time it's a fast mid control. You can see Hampus stuck between the smoke and a Molotov. Oh, and Freddy B, the Molotov.
Oh, it comes too close. The question is, can Valiance right now try to continue the way they used to do? Hunter does definitely. A support is there perfectly for Letney, as they expected a player to push over from the white box. And that's how you suddenly take out 2 players on the Red Reserve side. And this is right now exactly how you could take, well, either A or B, the way you want to lean to.
Yeah.
Because there are not really many reinforcements left.
Yeah, although I'm a little bit confused why the player on Sandbags just tried to move out of the smoke. I would have loved to see some pop flash from his teammate from A side, especially from Drake maybe, for both players on white box and on Sandbags in the smoke. Waiting for pop flash, then both can peek out and maybe both find the entry kills. It was a little bit too sloppy, too optimistic. They didn't have to just face blatantly, both players.
Esperanto, he definitely doesn't like that. Gets taken a little. Both Hunter and Letney would be quite easy victims. But the radar sees control of the A side. Nobody's there. They don't even need to knock the doors open. And so they occupied it. With the money on a guy like Otto, or the money like the guy on Esperanto, you can definitely go for the hunt. Esperanto already initiated that. Same could go, though, for the Finn, who might be interested in taking that aggression.
Esperanto will be maybe able to find this good upland, but nice off angle from him. Oh, perfect pop flash. And he still finds the frag, yeah.
On this go. Rather stays in cover there, though Otto. He could try, but time is running away from them. This good upland won't even peek. His teammate doesn't do either. But they still achieved already 9 out of possible 14. 13, excuse me, 13.
But is it gonna full buy for Red Reserve? Probably the thing we mentioned earlier. When in the eco round they got an AWP and an AK, but this time around, out of finding the opening on Grooks, there's still Drake left on the B side. And we have seen some highlights from this position.
I mean, in comparison though, what's a little weird to see right now? We have a Discord Upland on 10-10, we have a Draken on 2-8. Both players were out of this world. I mean, out of this world yesterday, Draken. Out of this world just a few minutes ago, Discord Upland. Both are not really performing though.
But Hampus with a nice position. Didn't check vent yet. The thing is, when will he peek? Maybe a little bit too late, finding at least one. But now he's known, and he's not even peeking the second. Letney already in connector. Oh, and Drake needs to be careful. He's not checking the corner. Both. Hello?
Hello? There's one to your
Letty.
left. Knock, knock.
Yes, yes, do it. Just. Come on. Where's the knife? Where are those balcony balls?
It was like they finally found their soulmate, each other, but they're not realizing they're just close to each other. A love story presented by Counter-Strike. This Godoplin, his love story is bullets kissing the chest of Letney, but it's only down to one individual right now, and that would be Hampus. He's spotted. Yeah. Too much in the open. Red Reserve. They don't have the best resources right now.
And Letney having a very good half so far. I mean, especially as being the in-game leader. At the moment, top fragging for his team. And everything looks like Valiance are good to go, even for the last round. And again, playing it slow. This time we can see someone covering B side if they're just pushing B, one covering middle, and they're waiting for Red Reserve. Try something aggressive. A very passive B hold. Now we can see Freddy B trying his luck. But Valiance are ready for every single push there is. A late middle boost. So Letney probably smoking off connector. There will be one pop flash and the late mid control.
Yeah, and Hampus trying his best with the Deagle. So far, a very lethal tool in many occasions.
And it's a thing with City side. If you wanna hold mid control, you need some smokes. And we saw Red Reserve not really trying to contest mid for too long because they have not so much equipment. We saw Freddy B instantly dropping from vent, and Disco Doppler already dead. And now it looks like it's gonna be the first B hit from Valiance, and it's gonna be the Drake show, hopefully.
Well,
There's
Drake
number
show
one.
starts off good. Freddy B is doing the best with the deal, but is it God's plan for Drake to stay alive? Smoke takes a while until it pops. It's a pistol, a rifle, and all trying to do what it can do. And this is Drake now doing what he can do best. Auto through the box. Pierces through a few layers of wood. But Nexodon comes by over headshot, 11-4 in Red Reserve. You look a little bit down and under.
Yeah, but we can see, I mean, in the last game it was Disco Doppler stepping up big time for his team, winning his team to the just closing out Dust 2. Now, I mean, Disco Doppler not performing, Drake not having the best match so far, and I don't see any chance right now for Red Reserve to come back into this game. They need to have some players step up big time.
Oh, and once Hunter peeks around, that might just end quite badly. Valiance with those CD players, but Hunter takes his time, and Hunter even taken out as the first player. Next and out coming up the connector as well, not hitting shot. Led near the fast and last individual. But that should be all belonging to Red Reserve. Maybe this is the fight back we also saw there in Dust 2. Very similar, where Valiance tried but couldn't make it. And well, Valiance still only 11. Red Reserve going now for the AK buy. Something similar we've seen. And we know Southeast European sort of Eagles are definitely not on the same level, I would say.
I think Nico would disagree.
Nico would definitely disagree. Okay, you're right. But we might just see a Nexa doing his job quite well. Freddy B ripping the head apart, plugging it off. Talking about it. He starts things good and might continue. Wiggle peeks around the wooden box. Can't find anyone anymore. And now Esperanto is the man to look out for. Surely the conditions, if this guy does something insane with the Eagle, well, quite good. But might be just right now Red Reserve rethinking if they want to have play. Hunter coming in from behind, then getting shut down, which would have been a great flank, but that doesn't work. Esperanto also over Highway, but Nexus positioning comes majorly down to his timing. No chance. Now it's only down to Manja Izakovic.
What's his first name?
I said it wrong, right?
I didn't even get his first name. How you said it? Say it one more time, please.
Nemanja?
Nemanja.
Nemanja.
Nemanja is also not bad. Nemanja? Nemanja. I think it sounds like a special soup. Some kind of soup.
That's a very interesting part. Italian mangiare
Ah, okay.
means to eat.
Yeah, so maybe it's a cevapcici soup. Nemanja.
Nemanja.
Coming soon.
A runtime Nemanja test.
Valiance on a full eco, so I think nothing special will happen this round. Drake may be able to farm some money.
That'd be very good for him to finance that AWP. And there he comes, 1, 2, and 3. But oh, this is the auto tap. Bomb already down in favor of Red Reserve, and he could just buy that AWP. Give that AK to Grox, give it to Disco Doppler, it doesn't even matter. The fight back into the game starts now for Red Reserve, and Valiance might stop them quite early by not even letting them gain any decent economy, by right now making Otto and Let Me Shine support them and bring them out there to get those sweets. And then we have a restart of the round. Someone bought the Doomhammer by accident?
Maybe. Maybe some other technical issues.
Oh
Maybe
no.
a high ping. We'll see.
We will figure it out. Technical timeout it is. Don't forget. You might see people playing it in their retirement home. There's still something cool coming up from Unicorn. That's Bingo. And we'll send with the right kind of messages about that next week. Showing you how Bingo works. Everyone and their nan can play that. You even double your chances if your mother plays it.
Yep.
And if your father, you triple them.
And also I think it's a nice family activity to bond with your family. Maybe explain CSGO to them so they can see, what's a pistol round? You can explain them well. It's the first round of the game. Don't have that much money, so you normally play pistols. And you can win some amazing things, so it's a win-win for everyone.
Exactly, you can win, you can watch Counter-Strike. So everyone's benefiting from that.
Yep.
100% brought to you by Unicorn. We'll explain to you that next week. For the moment, the technical timeout doesn't stop. Besides that, later on, we're going to see Havu versus Existence Galaxy. The Big Zinc Club returns. And also a rematch, basically. Sprout versus LDLC.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we need to work on a bingo sound.
Maybe get Christoph Waltz.
Maybe.
So far, unfortunately, every single map video of mine has been wrong. It hurts me very much.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have expected that Red Reserve ban actually does too, for example. It worked for them. They felt very confident. But more likely because Valiance is really not that bad on that map.
Yeah.
Later on, my prediction for Have Existence is Mirage and Train. I see Mirage and Train later on, but we'll see. We'll see.
So probably it will be Inferno and and Cash or something.
The Jinx qualities. I even got another veto done. I got 2 vetoes for Sprout LDLC. Because I think we might see Train and Nuke somehow see.
Interesting that Draken this time around didn't drop the AK to buy the AWP, so but still Otto and Letney both with the AWP. Exactly same as last round. I suppose if Draken doesn't go for Yop because they're playing a very
this was a
fast go.
collateral. Finds
Yeah.
two. Hampus and Disco Doppelin already in the grave. More to come, but Draken pushes out that main section. The bomb is still not in the hands of the Swedes, and so they might want to utilize on the control Draken has just scattered. And he moves around the sites. Sees if he can find anything with it.
Oh, the timing.
Next now checking his right hand side. Suddenly it's man equalized.
And the rotation, everyone going away from A. Now Draken maybe with the perfect flank, all three people gathering towards the B side. Bomb is still down in front of main, and Hunter will be important. And he's already looking towards Draken. Now they know the Draken's on the A side, but okay, the rotation is coming in again. I think Valiants are not quite sure what's happening right now. And Draken falling to the hands of Hunter.
There's gonna come the aggression now, right now, to the A-bomb site. Hunter's the first man. Do anything about it. His teammates are waiting this out a little longer. Valiance, though, they have a good opportunity to retake this. Freddy B on 16-8, Grux on 9-10. The fragging possibilities are there, and now it comes down to Valiance to coordinate this quite well. They isolate one player from each other, and that just means Grux will not really be there with much option. Freddy is taken out, and that means Grux needs to do something about this. Smoke is there. Bomb defuse. That is the night. Grux can't find that round number 8 for his team. Do I even say it? It works out. Grux finds the round, and therefore, as there's no kit, Valiance will lose it. It seemed like the last 5 bullets from his magazine give the team the number 8.
Oh, that's really sad to see that no one of the 3 players remaining had a kit on them. We even saw in the dev cam that there was one kit laying around near yellow.
But what I don't understand, why is no one trying to be the victim in this and maybe push main?
Yeah.
Maybe just even stand in front of the
him.
guy.
Yeah, you're right.
Sweet, sweet victory. Coming closer to the guys from Red Reserve.
So Valiance only with the up on Letney. His teammates buying around the up. We can see some deagles. 1ZZ, 1 P250. And Valiance right now not really stacking, playing a more classical approach. Now we can see rotation happening. They're moving towards the B side, same as Red Reserve, are preparing for the B hit.
And there right now have a Hunter who might just be caught in that one angle. Valiant starting off good, but he doesn't expect the second one. He goes for the smoke. A very smart move, but from behind there should be still a player. And there is a Hampus reacting to this in time, but they still have the man advantage onto themselves. The thing is, Esperanto should actually be the player carrying around that AK. They're close to each other. They don't give each other the gun for some reason. Esperanto grabbed up another one, so that's the thing. There would have been a crucial entry for Letney. Connects at least onto Draken. A player to his left-hand side. Esperanto comes in time, and there is finally a round that Valiance is able to grab again.
Yeah, an important frag from Hunter. It didn't seem so important, but I think he created a lot of chaos for Red Reserve. We saw them not really able to find Hunter, spreading around in the meantime. His teammates sorting towards the B side, Letney with the op, doing a good job. Also, very good rotation to the A side. Yeah, and now we can see already.
The odds are changing.
Yeah.
Unicorn odds showing us right now is 3.75, would it be, for Red Reserve. Not too much of a surprise, actually, considering that, you know, doesn't work that good.
Yeah, although, I mean, Red Reserve still has a chance to come back into this game. Only 4 rounds away. Normally cash. I mean, in my taste, it's a little bit more T-sided, if you play it right.
What I find so shocking is that right now, Esperanto, the man himself, usually gets around 25% of the kills of his entire team.
Yeah.
A quarter.
Yeah.
He's down to 5% at that point in time.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to continue his trend on us too, at least.
He didn't perform there quite well.
Yeah.
It's a little sad to see from the guy who's really, really high on the rating most of the time. I mean, carrying around a 1.16 rating in total and 1.24 in the last 3 months.
Yeah. But I think everyone has a bad game or a bad day.
Yeah.
It seems Esperanto is one of those right now.
But if he even doesn't have a bad day, it doesn't even matter. Like we said earlier on, someone is able to compensate it.
Yeah.
In one of those rare cases, it's Letney. Barely happening, very honestly. He's not like mad fragging yet, but he's doing a good job with it. Let's say it like that. Especially Hunter, after we had the break, finding 8 frags for his team. It looks good right now for Valiance, and they might be able to shut down Red Reserve, grab round number 13, and then basically already have a win in their pack.
And it's gonna be the full B hit from Red Reserve. They're preparing everything they have. But look, still some nades left on the B side from both CTs. That's important how they will use them.
Oh, now it's going to be coming down to Hunter as well as Nexa not coming out at the right time. All the nades are flying out back on the site, and Otto will see where he can go with this. And this was a team Molotov. His teammate blocked him there. The Molotov came from actually Esperanto, I think it was.
Yeah.
And the Opta tried to utilize that situation where players are still scattered around the site. Has no chance. And Red Reserve are picking up number 9 from this.
Yeah, but it's a little bit lucky for Red Reserve. I mean, look at the HP on Grux and Freddy B. If both players just get one more bullet into their left toe, they die. And then it's a totally other scenario. I think the problem right now for Valiance was they had one player in the vent room, and Red Reserve playing, at least I saw it first time, this tactic from Big, where you smoke off both vent room exits and Molotov on 2 Molotovs on the side, and then you break the crossfire, because the one guy in vent room can't do anything about it to help his teammate out. The one guy on the side is Molotov. He has not many options left where he can go, and that's how you take the B side. Big style.
This is, for the moment, the possibility for Red Reserve to take a good bit of control. 2 ops. That eats up a lot of resources. 1.2, 2.6. And therefore the money on Valiance might be shrinking over and over again. Letney in middle. Flash for the moment. 60 more seconds of the aggression. Seems to go more towards the A side. 2 players in middle. That's Draken and his teammates. Rux is going to wait it out to get away from him, and Letney still has the idea. Maybe players are mid close by, and now he needs to hit the shot. Starts to think's good. Could get the second, but the bullet isn't in the chamber yet. Highway player announced. Esperanto uses it, goes for a third, and might just find the 4th if he would like to find Freddy B. The guy picks up an AK, makes that one his tool to kill at least a Lithuanian. But Otto's at it. Otto's on it, and on the scene he is to get Valiance, the number 13. Once more the opportunity to shut them down economically at all.
I mean, it looks like it's the opposite day for Valiance right now. We have some players overperforming, especially Hunter normally performing not so well on cash like he's right now. We have Otto way underperforming. I mean, only 4% of his of the kills from Valiance are his. Normally he's doing a little bit better. Yeah, right now, I mean, it looks very promising from Valiance. Red Reserve buying what they can. We see 1 SMG on Disco Doppler, only a Deagle on Hampus. Although, I mean, only a Deagle on Hampus.
Best skin in the world, by the way. Neon Rider. I hear the synth in the background, and it's Porsche 944 driving through a very dark blue lighted city. Guy wearing a leather jacket. That's the life of the Neon Rider. Right now, the Neon Rider in the hands of Hunter. How useful we get the team out of this. Time is taken away. The players are not really close to a site yet. Hunter is now taken out. Esperanto, we'll see if he can utilize that. Players from Highway are announced, and Letney to see if more are to come. The problem is there's someone from Maine as well, but 2 Highway players. They're approaching, but without success. And this is where now the bank accounts are fairly empty for Red Reserve.
Although I like the approach last round from Red Reserve tactically. Putting a lot of pressure on the A side, waiting a little bit, doing more or less a second wave A execute with 3 people coming in late from middle. But it was Letney who first got the entry from the A side, and then instantly with the op just looking towards the middle and finding his next frag. And now it looks like Valiance is on the way to taking it to a tie. I mean, Red Reserve winning. That's 2, and Valiance, if they win cash. We both predicted that Valiance will take it 2-0.
Red Reserve was very convincing on this too. It wasn't a one-time showing against the weaker team, where they seemed to start to struggle against Taboo. I mean, the team that still tries and calls the UML their playground to see how they can work with Twixie, who's just 16 years old, a new Finnish addition to the team, after they lost Otto to exactly this one, Valiance. And now they want to take the mid-aggression once more. Hunter, who actually was laying in the dirt previously when this happened, the same occurs once more. The visor on your helmet doesn't help, you're dead. And the M4 that might be just picked up could be a useful tool for Disco Doppelin. Esperanto playing it back there on the forklift, and the time once more ticking away. Does he get the utility? Does he get the opportunity? Esperanto's head lost. Letney now needs to do it all on his own. Lex, one player, can't do much more with those body shots. They're not there. They're just not there. And that means Nexa as well as Otto need to retake the site. 34, 56, 16. The perfect task for Nexa to show how well he is just with those body shots. One player flying by. The op of Draken is not even accurate enough. But we see the CT side economy is not really made to just risk it all.
Yeah. We can already see Otto trying to save the up, and Nexa also playing it a little bit passive. I mean, they could go for at least some exit kills. But the thing is, they know, of course, Red Reserve just had an eco, so they will have money no matter what Valiance is doing right now. And I really don't know how Red Reserve were able to win this round. They had nothing. They had only some pistols. I mean, very nice opening kills. Opening kill from Disco Doppler, I think it was, with the P250 on Hunter. But still, you have 4 players with full equipment, with knob, with vest and helmets, and still you somehow lose to such a small buy from Red Reserve. After dominating them in every equip round so far.
It's unfortunate for them, really. Because I would have expected a lot more from that team there.
And now we see Freddy B just doing the normal combo on B. You smoke off the cross, you Molotov vent room, so that the CTs hopefully don't take vent room control. And you try to get some attention towards the B side. Oh, nice
it's painful. And it continues. Otto, now this is a time to perform. The man who's pretty much on the bottom of the scoreboard with 9-15, then he gets shut down from behind. Not quite sure why he doesn't think anyone could come on the side. Now this is Letney, though. Sticking to his plan on fragging. Nexa does the same. The Serbian step up. He saw the player up on red. This is the information given to his teammate. They got the man advantage. They only need to find 2. And both of them got the AWP. Makes them extremely lethal. And Disco, he definitely hurt that AWP. Player coming over highway, which would be Hunter in this. Pre-fires the position, and Disco takes more and more damage. Draken blind, and Draken should be taken out in a second in case Valiance is able to now make this a coordinated aggression. Players are not coming in time. Players are not coming in time. And Draken, he's going to have a player coming over to his side. He doesn't find him, Hunter. He just moved away from the position. He just passed him and fought. Like, he's not going to aggress me anymore.
Valiance, I don't know. They seem to be choking in the last few rounds. Not able to close out those rounds, especially after finding the opening kills. And it was a free to retake, both players fairly low, and still they somehow lose. Although it's Nob, so, and especially Draken, I mean, even if he has only 1 HP left, he still always gets somehow some frags.
Somehow some frags is a good summary.
Yeah. Especially from the last round.
Yeah. Phenomenal would be a little bit of a stretch term. Now the AK. Onto Otto. That's beautiful. Gets himself at least one. Disco Doppelin looked like it was ready for the smoke for a second, but his teammate made it look cool for him. P to 50, USPS, and a dream. And he definitely has seen it. He thinks Draken at least down to 37, but that's going to be it for Nexa. Maybe find any gun from those 2 players killed in the process, but I think that's not going to be the case. Red Reserve will not donate any weapon at this point.
Yeah, next up, probably hoping to maybe catch one player whilst running away, or at least maybe an AK will just fly towards him. I mean, there are 2 people dead, probably on the A side.
And there it goes, number 12 for Red Reserve. It's there.
Yeah. Sneaky Nemanja, finding at least an AK.
Sneaky Nemanja. Well, yeah, it's right now Valiance starting to struggle in this. It's 12 to 14. Red Reserve have already picked up Dust 2. The live odds from Unicorn are coming in. Esperanto too aggressive in this, but Letney at least gets rewarded with a kill, but also has to eat up a few bullets. They all fly in this direction. It's his teammate Hunter finally doing something about it. The mid-control, guided by him, hasn't been working on the previous few rounds. But Hampus is approaching that B side.
Oh, and his timing is perfect. I think he has not been spotted yet. And it could be the crucial factor. He can get the first one. Now they should know where he is. And will they expect Letney? It seems like he's expecting Letney on his side. Yep, he just saw him. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Brutal. And now Otto and Nexa put in consideration that this should be a save.
But I mean, again, it's a round Valiance could have won. Maybe even easily. 4v3. And somehow, I don't know, Letney maybe playing a little bit too passive. Letting everything Hampus go through CT, finding Letney and then, or finding a Hunter and then even Letney on the side.
No, it was a crucial angle that it just didn't hold. That
Yeah.
is a real problem. It was a crucial angle it just couldn't hold. And due to that, that's how it ended up Firestarter.
I mean, you can play, if you want to play so passively on B side, it's no problem, but then you need to tell your teammates, hey, listen up, I'm playing very passively right now. If they're lucky, they can get into CT spawn so that your teammates rotating towards B side are focused towards the CT base and don't just run out with the knife in the hand.
And there we get to the topic of communication again.
Yeah.
A team that has changed it up. So,
although, I mean, Letney and Hunter probably both speak Serbian.
yeah, but in the situation, I think I don't know how quickly you can
Yeah, right.
adapt and rotate. Anyway, 13-14, the day of the close matches. That's how it feels like, really.
Yeah.
Frederik Buer being the point man towards the B side for Red Reserve, the team that has really fought their way back. A bit of a deja vu, if you think about it. It was actually Valiance with 11-4 half. And this is a repetition. And Hampus, this man has so much freedom right now. Otto can just go to main, that's for sure, but the terrorists, if they'd like to, they'll come from two sides. And the molly thrown way too early in this. He hoped that it might land behind it or that it would extinguish just a little later, but Hunter's position, I got a little bit of a deja vu. Finds one, players are shooting at him from behind, that's his teammate. Can't grab a decent gun, doesn't matter. It is enough if there is a clip full of 12 bullets for the Serbian. As it continues, unbelievable free frags Hunter was getting there. This is right now buying them around number 15. As he opens up major opportunities, not counting out Freddy yet, who has a real good game so far. 22-14 he's standing on. But with 30 seconds, your time is running away, and players, they want to hunt you, and they want to get you, and they do. No problem. Red Reserves economy, though. Take a look at that again. He comes by, and I think how many bullets did he use on that? 2.
Yeah.
Or free, make it free.
I mean, also, that's what I call alibi check from Grux. He didn't really commit to checking the left corner. He just like, let me see, he won't be there again on the left side. And getting punished for it.
Yeah. So he can't. So his teammates can tell him, "Oh, I checked it.
Yeah, I checked
it." But the next question would be, why isn't he dead then?
Yeah.
Your round, Valiance. Your round right now. It all comes down to them to make it a tie. The team that right now could have taken the lead has to just work with a tie. That's the maximum they can get.
What I really would love to see is now, I think Nex has the top zone right now. So he could try something different, but he's not really getting the AWP dropped to go for it. So probably they're just playing it safe. Or maybe even, I would also like to see Valiance didn't really utilize the middle control to boost themselves and maybe backstep from behind. Most of the rounds we saw more or less passive approach from Valiance in the middle.
Another timeout. That could be now Red Reserve taking another.
I mean, the first one was from Valiance.
The
so
first one was from Valiance, but right now Red
maybe.
Reserve.
So both teams cooking up some new tactics.
I hear a lot of chatter.
Yeah.
Coming at us.
Yeah.
And there we go. We're live again. Seemed like it was a little bit of a bug. That was it. How adamant will Red Reserve be in this round number 29? Any variation from the plan? We don't know. But we're going to see it right now as we're... Yeah, okay.
As we are waiting.
Okay, where's the camera? And for which YouTube channel is this prank made? Hunter, Otto, Letny, Nex, and Esperanto. They're the ones now can secure themselves to number 16. It's the round where it matters.
But we can see 3 people from Valiance right now going towards the A side. They only have 1 person on the B side, only 1 in the middle. So they're going for a crazy push. It looks like a deep main control instantly for Valiance. The thing is, will they rotate? What will they? How will they react? Oh, and it's a clash in the middle right now.
So Nex a big time. He hears the AWP, the stuff above him. There's a player who might just push through middle anytime soon. They're the player forced away. Their Inferno would have eaten up what looked like it was Draken. So Grux is going bit by bit towards the B side. Take a look at the position of Freddy B though. This is where they already rotate the bomb. This is where they have main control though.
Yeah.
This is where they have mid control. And something should tell them it's not too much time left. It might be the B site.
And there's still a rotation happening. It's more or less a B retake. And important frags are happening from Otto right now. He needs to get as many as possible. Now get Freddy B.
This is the Hampus deja vu.
Yeah.
And now you can hope that they are expecting it. Not really, at least for one of them, but there's a second frag coming in, and that was crucial. Otto needs to continue with his opping. Now he just holds the cross, so players can really get themselves on the site. Draken has been hurt, 70 HP left on the guy. But he's known for a few surprises here and there. But Draken's taken out, and Disco Doppelin is the final one in this. How much is he supposed to find? Definitely has been hurt. Teammates that now alarmed him. Okay, he went through vents, but it doesn't matter. 16-13. Red Reserve can't take home a map that they make way too close. Cash looked very promising for a second or two, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the only way Red Reserve came back into the game was by the mistakes Valiance made. So I think Valiance should have won the map, and they rightfully did so.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed by, especially one crucial role in the entire system, which is logically Otto.
Yeah.
I mean, so far his off performances have been in the UML a little shaky sometimes. Which I was really impressed of was Letney. IGL not top fragging mostly. Really trying to, first of all, come together with the language, of course. I mean,